right, we take you to these live visuals unfolding at OR Tambo International Airport. The moment has finally arrived. Team South Africa officially touching down at that International Terminal A. Tatjana Smith, you can spot there. She, of course, in many ways is the star of the moment, alongside the many other athletes who have really made the country proud at that international stage, bagging 2 of the country's 6 medals, at least for this leg of the Olympics. And what a shot that is. At just 27 years old, Tatjana Smith having yet another gold in the bag for the 200-meter breaststroke and silver for another one of those races. Certainly making everybody here at home quite proud as we also take in this moment with the rest of the country. Liesel Olivier is part of our team at SABC News, who is at an electric OR Tambo International Airport. And Liesel, once again, hopefully you are able to hear us. Team South Africa walking through those doors just a short while ago. And what a moment it is.
Absolutely amazing. There we see Tatjana Smith with Sports Minister Gayton McKenzie, who also spoke with us earlier, promising that he will give the South African athletes all the help and support that they need. But it's a very proud moment for Tatjana, who was joined by her husband, and then she was met at the airport by her uncle and aunt. Her parents stay in the Netherlands. So a very proud husband. I see him smiling there in the background, and also aunt and uncle who live in Johannesburg and who are here to say welcome and well done. Like I said, Sports Minister Gayton McKenzie, but a packed OR Tambo International Airport at the moment, and everyone is so excited to see her. I could be wrong, but it seems like she got a bit teary at times, but now she's off to the press room where we will have a media briefing with Tatjana. Also just waiting for those other 2, Bayanda and Bradley Nkwana, Bayanda Walaza and Bradley Nkwana, also expected today. But yeah, lots of fans for Tatjana. She is so popular. And everyone is so incredibly proud of her and what she's achieved and what she's done. And as soon as we can get a close-up of that gold medal, we will definitely show it to you. But yes, lots of excitement and a lot of pride here at OR Tambo International Airport. Back to you.
Liesel, of course, will stay with these visuals as long as we can. And, you know, as she interacts with people who I imagine she knows, perhaps people she doesn't know, what comes to mind over the past few weeks is how many people have spoken of just how nice she is. You know, the smile that we see being a genuine one, which is sometimes uncharacteristic of these stars. You know, being able to be nice, warm and welcoming, and also just fantastic as an athlete.
She is incredibly pleasant, she's welcoming, she's open, she has an amazing smile, and she is definitely a people's person. She is very happy to engage with her fans, to give sound advice, and it's very important for her to be a good, positive role model, and that is exactly what she is to a lot of young people, not only in South Africa but also in the world. We know that also worldwide she's made an impact with her character, her attitude, and the way she deals with people. But I must say that has been my experience with many of South Africa's sports stars. They're friendly, they're nice, and they appreciate the support that people give them. It doesn't go unnoticed. It really touches their hearts. I know that they've thanked South Africans for the support. I know Akani Simbine said after he won that silver medal, this is for every single person who wished this medal upon me. So that is the attitude that our South African athletes and swimmers and sports people have. We are incredibly proud of them, and they acknowledge that. But she's a very, very nice human being to boot, and a champion.
Yeah, and that always helps, right? It's always easier to back somebody who appreciates that support. And speaking of that, you had an opportunity to engage the Sports, Arts and Culture Minister, that's Gayton McKenzie, who, as you mentioned, is among the people who are present to welcome the stars back home. And he, again, you know, reaffirmed his resolve to try and making sure that these athletes are given the kind of support they need in order to not only reproduce these results, but hopefully to do even better come 2028.
Yes, Mr. Gayton McKenzie has promised South African athletes that he will help them and, like I said, give them what they need. And he also apologized for the lack of support that they've experienced, saying that not on his watch will parents have to take out money out of their pockets when their kids represent the country, because the kids don't necessarily represent the family home, they represent the country on an international stage, and that he has pledged to look after them and to take good care of him. And like Mr. McKenzie said, he has big plans for the future. He says he wants to send 300 athletes to the next Olympic Games in Los Angeles. That's 2028. They're also definitely looking at getting a soccer team there. The Amagluk, who used to be very prominent, definitely looking at getting a soccer team there as well. But he said he's already started with programs and talks and discussions with others in terms of how we can build on this performance in Paris, taking it through to 2028. He's got a lot of plans. He's a very dynamic leader, so it'll be interesting to see what happens from here on.
Yeah, he's given himself a 100-day deadline, even though he didn't necessarily speak specifically about which of his ideas he's hoping to have launched by then, but 100 days, I suppose, is something for us to hold on to. There's great anticipation to also see Bayanda Walaza. We've spoken about him already, just 18 years of age, in matric, no less. And so he's having quite an eventful year, so to speak. He's already been described, Liesl, as the world's fastest teenager. And I only make mention of that because part of what's also emerged now is what the future of athletics looks like in this country, given this performance at Paris.
I have spoken to his classmates, I have spoken to teachers, and I've tried to get them to tell me if he's naughty or not, and they just all painted a picture of a young guy who has big dreams and high hopes for his country, and he also works incredibly hard. They say that he hasn't missed a practice, he's always where he's supposed to be. They speak very highly of him, so it's obvious that he's a very dedicated, committed young man. He is the future of South African athletics, but there's no doubt in my mind that he's definitely going to make his mark on the international stage as well. I mean, the mere fact that he's done so well, can you imagine the pressure that he was under when they did that final? For
Absolutely.
You and me, I don't think it's something that we could really understand, and he did so well. So his schoolmates are here, and they're very, very proud of him. What do you hope to let's chat to them. What do you hope to tell Bayanda when he comes in?
That I'm very proud of him. He's such an amazing guy. Yeah.
And I've been trying to get you guys to tell me if he's very naughty in class or not.
No, we're not sure because he's in grade 12 and we're in grade 8.
We're grade 8.
Yeah.
Okay, you see it. No one is committing to that answer. But he works hard, and I suppose he's a good example to all of you.
Oh yes, definitely.
Very much so. Yeah, he's such an inspiration.
And at the school, tell us a bit, what's the vibe like at school now with Bayanda? I mean, you guys must be so proud of him.
Yes, very proud, very, very proud. We're like over the moon.
Yeah, obviously we're not doing any work. We're here to support him.
Yeah.
And yeah.
We missed the day today, so
Yeah.
we're lucky.
I was going to ask, all of you are here, but I know that some of the senior staff are also here. So the whole school is here.
Really, it's
support
like
him.
200
Okay.
and something odd learners that are here
Yeah.
today. So,
And it must be amazing. So, you know, when you go to school and there's normal prize giving ceremonies or whatever, does he steal the spotlight, I suppose?
Obviously, I mean he's the Olympiad, the first Olympiad in Kuro team in the whole Kuro. So yeah.
we're very proud of him.
There we go. So very proud and a nice person to boot as well. Hard-working, committed, dedicated, the future of South African athletics. Looking forward to see what he's going to achieve.
Yeah, without a doubt. You know, you're not able to see this, Liesl, but we're also spotting Tatjana Smith on the other side, I imagine, of what's taking place. And she is literally taking selfies with some of the pupils who are there. And again, you know, it just speaks to just how relatable this 27-year-old is, despite her stellar performance. It really, I suppose, is the makings of what this country can really be about. You're able to stand on the global stage as the best in the world and then touch down on home soil and rub shoulders with ordinary people who are there to celebrate your remarkable achievement.
And that is what makes them special. We saw that with the Springboks as well. We see it with the Proteas. We see it with our soccer stars and all of that. They love showing their gratitude to their fans and their supporters. And, you know, these guys are so proud with their classmates. Yeah, they walk the talk, these sports stars. They're taking selfies. I think these days it's very tough for young kids to get wholesome role models and inspirations and mentors. And I think these guys and Tatjana, our sports people, have a huge role to play in setting an example, what hard work. This doesn't happen overnight. This is hours and hours. Tatjana's aunt and uncle, I spoke to them earlier, and they said it's millions of hours, winter and summer, in the pool. This does not happen overnight. This is dedication and commitment on a next level. And at such a young age, to achieve all of this, Tatjana, even at 27, has got a different level of maturity. It's refreshing to see, and these guys are excellent role models for the youth of South Africa.
Yeah, I'm so glad, Lisa, that you mentioned her age, because I was stunned when she announced that she's retiring. And maybe it's because I don't know as much as you do about sports. I mean, what does someone like Tatjana do next? Because she's only 27, and many people will tell you she's got most of her life still ahead of her.
Exactly. But I know what Tatjana also said after she won the race and got silver afterwards. She said she's done. It was her final race. She said she's dedicated 22 years of her life to the sport, and she's looking to the next 22 years. And said, well, she doesn't know if she's maybe done that too soon, but she said it would be nice, you know, not to have to keep watching track of what you're eating when you're training, when you're supposed to be at a certain place and do a certain thing. So I think from what I've heard is that she just wants to enjoy her time now. She's recently married, and just chill and relax and take it all in. I know that she's big on taking it all in, enjoying the moment, and see where that takes her. But I have a sneaky suspicion that we haven't heard the last of her. And yeah, we'll see where life takes her next. But like our aunt and uncle said, whatever she does next, it will be a huge success again.
Absolutely. You know, they say success becomes a habit. And if that's the case, Tatjana has certainly gotten that right. All right, Lisa Lolifield, the rest of the SABC News team at OR Tambo International Airport. We'll leave it there for now. You can see Tatjana really dedicated to interacting with many of her fans who are still pupils, who I imagine got permission to be there on the school day. But there she is, Tatjana Smith, touching down on home soil with 2 out of South Africa's 6 medals in the bag.